A very good morning here from CTV Sports Studios here in the heart of Wellington, Florida. I'd like to welcome you to the third game of the Triple Crown of Polo. Casablanca taking on Kaia. We're coming to you from Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 3. Here a nice aerial shot of that field. 78 degrees, partially sunny skies, the odd cloud here and there, but a very comfortable 78 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and as I said, two very, very strong teams taking the stage. Let's take a look at the teams. So here we are then. The stage is set for, as I said, the third game here in group number 1. I'm delighted to welcome this morning here at the CTV Sports Studios none other than Mr. Juan Bellini. Good to see you, Juan.
Good morning. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Happy to be here. Happy to help and be part of CTV Sport.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, it's good to have you with us. So, Juan, I know you've had a very busy schedule yourself. You were in the saddle several times yesterday. Let's just talk about this game here. Of course, the Triple Crown has just gotten underway. Casablanca coming off their win last Sunday in the Palm Beach Open. Kaia Polo, as we know, of 22 goals, a very, very strong team. Any early door predictions here?
My prediction is going to be interesting to see how Casablanca reacts after winning a big tournament on Sunday.
Yeah,
if they relax a bit or no. You know, it's like, are you coming to win a big tournament, tough game they have on Sunday? We have to see today how the horses react and how the mind out of the players too much in the game. You know, sometimes it's like it's not like you party or whatever, but you win a nice tournament, you enjoy, you relax, and then too soon, this is the way polo is, too soon you go to the next game, to the next tournament. How long does it take you to forget on Sunday what happened and just put everything back on a new tournament? That's going to be the key on the game today.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just going to have to quote what a very famous football coach once said after winning the World Cup. He said, after the game, is always before the game.
Exactly.
So good call there, good call. Well, the stage is set, as I said. Let's just give you another quick rundown of who's at the Casablanca today in the traditional grey shirts. Grant Gansey, you can see him there with the pink helmet right in the middle of your screen, just to the right of the halfway line. Hilario Figueres played the number 2 last time. Let's just make sure. He normally wears a blue helmet. Rafino Bensadon, of course, absolutely on fire of 8 goals. And Sapo Cassette. I believe he's the man at the bottom of your screen, playing the number 4. And then, of course, Kaia. Well, Kaia with Larry Austin, Loreen Zubiari, Mariana Aguirre, of course, former 10-goal player. And then Juan Santi Tocolino. He's the only man so far to have actually made that 2-point conversion.
Yes. He's a strong player. And it's not just the way he gets the ball very hard, but when he go forward, he go with a lot of decision, a lot of power. It's a tough number 4 and make a lot of damage against everybody, all the other teams. He's very smart and he's strong.
Here we go then. Ball's in play. And as I said, Hilario, there he is on the ball now with the blue helmet. He's playing the number 2 position. Sapo at 4, Rufino at 3, and Grant at 1. And for Kaia, today playing in white. By the way, they, as you probably noticed, are going into this game with a 4-goal advantage based on their team handicap being 22, Casablanca being 26, hence the 4 goals on advantage. So, a key man here in this Kaia team, of course, Juan, will be Mariano Aguirre.
I think the 3 players, or Kaia and the 4 players, I say that very balanced team. It's not they're fighter. Every single game they've been playing, there's a tough game for the opponent. It's not easy. To beat Kaia, you have to play well. You're not going to beat Kaia just if you have not your best game.
Absolutely. No, that's a very fair point. They've been playing very stellar and very solid. And here now we have our first whistle of the game. Right away, infringement is going to go in favor of Casablanca. And based on the way that he's taken this pony for a little run-up, it looks like Sapo Cassette is going to take the first penalty, 5A, from the spot and drill that one down towards the left-hand side. Looking for and finding Rufino Bensadon. Now, of course, Rufino Bensadon on Sunday, if we just touch on that game on Sunday, Juan, he was absolutely on fire.
I think that, yes, he and Sapo, they're very well connected in the back, and they found a new position for Hilario and Granti. They work in the front. They started the season with Hilario in the back, and then they changed and they put Hilario number 2 and Granti on 1, and that worked perfectly for that team.
Here we go then. First breakaway here for Kaia Polo. Santi Tocolino trying to take that ball downfield. It'll be left for Aguirre. Aguirre will leave it for Larry Austin. He will take a shot on goal. And again, very good positioning, the way they back each other up, first, second, and third.
Yes. Like I was saying, Polo, the rotation of this team is very well. You have the experience of Mariano Aguirre. I mean, the guy who won Argentine Open many times with different teams. And then you got Tocolino and Zubiar. They've been playing Argentine Open every single, for last, I don't know how many years or so.
Well, let's have a look at this last play. We have another whistle, which will stop the action with just under 5.5 minutes. Casablanca had it. The shot there coming. And, you can see it very clearly there. Sapo Cassette coming across the right-of-way there of Mariano Aguirre.
Yes, it's funny. People that sometimes doesn't mean you come on a near side. You always have the right-of-way. You always say, I'm playing, when I'm playing polo, I always sometimes say, hey, I took it on the near side. But doesn't mean...
Exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes even you took the ball in the near side, you cross the right away and you commit infraction. Some people, no, I took it in the near side. So, yeah, but...
A foul's a foul.
A foul's a foul.
Exactly. So, first penalty for Kaia Polo. And the man we just touched on, Santi Tocolino, to take his first shot from the line, penalty 4. Well... maybe he just needs to get himself a little bit more warmed up. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. I love the drone. The drone footage is fantastic.
For me, absolutely, I couldn't agree with you.
How much help is that for the umpires, for the players, for discussion? That before you don't have that. How many discussion was fighting? Oh, goal, no goal. Yes, no. That was.
Well, you've just touched on it because this shot we just saw did actually come off a defending player. And of course, that was captured by the drone. So when Kaia took that shot, when Santi took that shot, Casablanca able to defend it, but put it over the back line. So that he will get a second chance, not quite from the penalty 4 spot. So a safety 60 or a penalty 6. Let's see that game. Here we see that ball coming again. And I think Hilario,
what a save.
What an amazing save. He got a piece of it. That would explain why that ball went wide.
Yes.
So here we go then. Second attempt. Probably he's going to send this one even higher. Yeah, well, here we go. No mistake. Santi Tocolino picking up the first goal of the game from the line of penalty 6. And that was good shooting.
That was good. I mean, when you play a team against with Tocolino, even with Pipe Bersalino, that's those two guys. I don't know how much the percentage of penalties should they have in, because they are very, very good in. I mean, you don't want to foul against those players, that's for sure.
And consistent. Very consistent. So here we go then. Kaia getting off to a good start, extending their lead from 4 goals to 5, and he's on the move again. Santi Tocolino just needs to get past Sapo Cassette. Will send his number 2, Lorin Zubiari, on the way, but now did he come across that right of way of Sapo?
Yes. And that play, he do have to head in the near side. Yeah. For what I see. Let's see what the umpire called. But you can see perfectly, Sapo got the right way on the ball, and look at Lanisuare. In that situation, he took a near side, will not foul because he didn't cross in front of Sapo. Yeah. What he did, taking the offside shot, he did create the danger of the play.
So, sorry, go on.
No, I was saying that that's at the beginning of the Chukker, but you can see Casablanca, every game in Casablanca take a little bit time to get
going.
It happened in the semifinals against Saudi.
Yes, it did.
Remember the kind of low boom, and the last 3 Chukker, Granti, Sapo, and Hilario, and they start playing boom, 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 and they won. And in the final, they happened the same thing. They started kind of rely, like they take a time for them to just get moving.
You don't think that's a false sense of security they're trying to impose on the other team just to give them a feeling of comfort, and then they turn it on? You don't think that's part of the strategy?
I don't know what it is. I wish I know. I'm not their coach, but they always come in. Yeah. It's like they come kind of relax, and then they start
opening up.
Yeah,
it's true. True. So, looks like we have a situation on the field. Remember, in the Triple Crown of Polo, and also in all the World Polo League games, the umpires, of course, are loaded with triggers. They can pull that trigger whenever they see anything untoward, misconduct, if the ball went out of bounds. And, of course, the teams, and I'd like to talk to you about that as well, Juan. The teams, of course, have the opportunity to challenge. They get 1 challenge per half, and there's always, that risk-reward matrix, as Dale would say, as to when to use that. Because remember, if you lose your challenge, that's it for that half. Well, what is your philosophy on the challenge system?
I think the technology using the challenge helps. You know, I mean, you can see now in tennis with the how you call the eye of when the player can challenge.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, they can.
You know, also now in soccer, you got the bar. It's kind of challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, the technology, I think, is helping and improving the game.
Yeah.
You know, and also make the umpire a little bit easy job, in my opinion. Because it's so difficult for so many things happen in the field. Right now with the technology, the umpire have something to defend themselves.
Absolutely.
You know, it's just...
Absolutely. No, well said. Here we go then. Looked like we had a ball in, a throw in. And again, an appeal there by Casablanca. But the action continues here with the number 2, Lorin Zubiari. Can he get past Hilario? Well, Hilario is not an easy man to get past. And that ball no, it went through. Did that one go through?
Yes, it did.
Let's watch again. Here, the number 2. He avoids the hook there from the number 3. A little cut shot. Oh. Own goal?
Zubiari hit it in the last moment. Hit the ball in the air. Was a really
tough shot.
What a reaction.
Yeah.
What a reaction to score that goal.
Well, Kaia, as you said it, Juan, getting off to a very good start here. The umpire now going to blow a whistle. Clock will stop at 3:39. First courtesy change. And let's just touch on that. That's also, I think, has been an element which has improved the game tremendously, the courtesy change.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because you save the horse a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I always say, and every time I come here, I always say the same thing, that the horses, they get injured after you pushed harder. And
Yeah.
the fourth and the fifth minute, when the horse is tired, you try to make something more.
Yeah.
You ask to the horse more, and the horse, he will give it to you.
Yeah.
But sometimes what the most of the injuries on the horse coming after 4.5, 5.5 minutes to play hard. And this situation, when you play in 3 minutes, the horse finish fresh.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and then for the safety of the horses,
And the
I
recovery time as
the
well.
recovery time, and then you go to the field with 6 horses, and you can play a really good match
Yeah.
because you always will mount it. And the most important is that, like you said, the recovery of the horses, and they're less injured with the courtesy chain than without courtesy chain, because you save the horses, and every single horse can play good for 3 minutes.
No, well said, and that's been very much the proof here as well. And I can also just tell you that that last play that we saw, there was a challenge which was overturned. Kaia won their challenge, so they will retain their challenge. So all is back to square one. 6-0, and as I said, and as you also said, Juan, it looks like Casablanca just needing maybe a Chukker or two even. To get themselves going. But then again, what you said at the beginning of the broadcast is, you know, how will they fare after now having, you know, picked up that win on Sunday? You know, can they keep that momentum going? Because obviously after the game is before the game, and this is a very important game, coming off a big win. Here we go then. And this young man who won MVP on Sunday with the number 4, Sapo Cassette, of course, instrumental here for his team. And there he is. His wingman with the number 3 on his shirt, Rufino Benzadon. A nice long ball. Who's going to get to it first? A little bit of reluctance. Eventually, Santi Tocolino will pick it up, bringing the pace right down. Sapo Cassette working very hard. It is his right of way. And, well, Mariana Aguirre might be the one here who...
I don't know. Just going to wait and see. It was a kind of confused situation because right here you can see Tocarino with the ball, and then maybe Sapo brought Mariano to the play. You know, they could. That's so I don't know. We'll have to make a decision with umpire. That's a tough for the umpire, but I think they called right because I think Sapo came and he pushed Mariano.
Yeah. He did.
Like he created the foul.
Yeah, there was quite a lot going on there. Well spotted. Here we go. The hit from the spot quickly taken. And over on the far side, Lorene Zubiari will send that ball deep down into the half of Casablanca. It's picked up by Hilario. Now, Hilario had a bit of trouble controlling that ball. Once again, in comes Lorene Zubiari under the neck shot. And what a shot that is. And that is going to go through. My goodness, did you see that, Juan? Absolutely incredible.
Nice goal, nice shooting. And then also, if we look in the score, Casablanca have to play without not looking at the score. When you give a team 4 goals, it's a lot. You just, you know, it's a lot. And then you make a 1 or 2 mistake, and boom, and they score 2 goals, and then you are 6-0. You know, and then you have to come back. If the Casablanca, what you have to do in this moment is not to look at the score, just go Chukker by Chukker, play by play. Don't even worry about it, what the score is, because if you look at the score, you're going to be, we're never going to get there.
Absolutely. Here we go then. Ball back in play, as you said, 6-0, and away we go. This could be a chance for a run for Casablanca. Oh, a little deflection there for Sapo Cassette. He's got Rufino just coming in behind him, but straight away, and they know he is the danger man. Mariana Aguirre will stick with Cassette. The long-distance shot to goal into the danger zone within the 30. And a shot, it's just gone wide. Just ever so slightly wide.
Good approach. And you can see a little bit Casablanca start to get control of the game.
Yeah.
No? And before, in the beginning of the Chukker, was kind of, now they start to get more compact, more together, and more rotation. Kaia still playing their game. You know, there's a lot of rotation. You can see Mariano go back and forth. You get Tocarino back and forth, Lani back and forth. Larry Austin is just, you know, they go back and forth all the time, and that's a good rotation on that team.
Well, but as we know, Casablanca, of course, when they get going, they are a force to be reckoned with. So I can understand the strategy here from Kaia to try and pick up as many early goals as possible, you know, latching onto what you were saying, because when you go into a game when you're 4 goals down, If that 4 goals can be turned into 5, in this case 7 goals here now, then of course that puts the pressure on. And the first shot on goal and the first goal for Sapo Cassette, picking up the first goal here for Casablanca.
That's very important, very momentum to score a goal in the end of the Chukker, regardless what the difference is. That make you go to the next Chukker, with other different attitude.
So, luckily for Casablanca, they pick up a last second goal here in the first Chukker. 3 by Kaia. Make sure you stay with us for Chukker 2 coming right up here on CTV Sports.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
Welcome back, everybody, and a very good morning from CTV Sports. I'm Jan-Erik Frank, and with us here today, delighted to have him with us, is, of course, well, I'm going to call him the legend because he is a legend, Juan Bellini. Good to have you with us, Juan. Casablanca against Kaia. And as Juan, as you were saying, Casablanca, one of those teams that sometimes take a little bit of time just to fully blossom and get into gear. Kaia, on the other hand, they came out all guns blazing. A couple of goals there by Lorene Zubiari, a penalty, 6 from Santi Toccolino, and then Sapo Cassette, as I said, for Casablanca, picking up a last-minute goal here at the end of that first Chukker. If you were the coach of Kaia, based on the 4 goals that, of course, you've been given on handicap, what would your strategy be, Juan, in how to play this game? The way they have, or would you change anything?
I think the way they have, because when you receive 4 goals, you want to go to the first Chukker, try to be very aggressive, try to make the first couple goals, so that gives the other team, like I said to you before, look at the scoreboard or wherever hands his goal. I think the strategy of Kaia was very, very effective. Go with the first Chukker, with the best horses to try to make more goals as possible, so make the other team look to the scoreboard and say, oh, we are really, really down here, okay? And I think that they're playing well, and they should keep the same way they're doing, because actually, if you go by goals, and they're still winning 3-1 in the open game.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So a very offensively minded Kaia, which is what we've been seeing in that first Chukker, and they've been doing a very, very good job. Casablanca, but that again is I don't want to call them a sleeping giant, but definitely a team, as Juan was saying, that sometimes takes a little bit longer just to get everything flowing. Oh, a little unlucky there, but on the second attempt, he puts it through. Nicely done there. A little bit of luck never hurt nobody. So Santi Toccolino picking up his second goal of the match. A little deflection there, so well done, Santi.
Yeah, and the way Sapo was pushing a bit more, he could get a foul.
Yeah.
No, because the ball went straight and Toccolino turned.
Yes.
And he backed it, and I don't think Sapo realized
exactly.
the guy will back the ball to the goal, no?
Absolutely. Here we go then. Ball back in play, but that's a very good call. And here is that man we were just talking about, Sapo Cassette. And he will try and work it a little bit closer. In comes some traffic. Well, he's not happy with that. What happened there, Juan?
You can see Lorene Zubiari pushing like 2 green players into the right way of Sapo. You can see it perfect here with the drone. Look at that. You see Sapo away with the balls. He tap it one more time, and then look at Lanin.
Yeah.
He pushes Hilario
Into
the right away. So that was he created danger. He tried to get the ball on his side, but he forgot Hilario was in between that.
No, that's how I saw it as well. So a good call, and the umpires have awarded a penalty too. So 30 yards, and of course the man himself will take it to pick up his second goal of the game. No mistake, Sapo Cassette. And that's his second, and that also is slowly but surely chipping away at that 8 goals already scored. 4 on handicap, 3 in the first Chukker, 1 here in the second by Kaia. This is going to be, as you said, Juan, this is going to be a hard game for Casablanca. A lot of work that they need to do.
A lot of work, and Casablanca have to be patient. Remember, Chukker that are 6 Chukkers, they have time. If they don't have to rush,
no,
thinking we have to score away. If you just take your patience and take your time, things will come out, because it's a very good team that 4 good players, and they have good rotation, and and I think that that's what they have to do. Just
paciencia, patience.
Sí, tienen que tener paciencia y go play by play.
Yeah, well said. And that attack from Casablanca, unfortunately not paying the dividend that they were hoping. Now maybe Grant can turn things around. Loose ball play there, because Santi Tocolino, well, he wasn't able to clear it on the first attempt. He has now. Grant will stick to him, of course, and chase him. Tocolino, the 8-goaler, will try and clear that ball as far as he possibly can. In comes Sapo on the interception. And Casablanca, third attempt to try and pick up another goal whilst they find themselves here in the half of Kaia. Sapo with a nice little chip shot. Well, this is what happens. You give him a little an inch, he'll take you for a mile.
That's a very good goal of Sapo, but I like the way Granti put pressure on Tocolino and the play before. He make Tocolino rush, he make Tocolino miss the ball, and that gives Sapo the opportunity to score a goal. That's a very good. Let's get say Casablanca is a team. It's a team.
Yeah.
There are 4 players.
Yeah.
It's just, and they work to each other a lot, and they found that rhythm. Like I said to you, they take, I don't know why, they take 1 or 2 Chukker to keep moving, No,
they certainly do, and I'm sure they're going to have a little quick chat here whilst we have a little break for the courtesy change. The second, remember, that is something which we touched on earlier, has helped the game tremendous. The players try and keep it within 45 seconds to a minute to not lose too much time. But I think what you said, Juan, makes a lot of sense. The percentages of injuries has gone down incredibly, and I think also for the players, I think it helps them getting on a quick pony as and when they need to. So I think this courtesy change again, pioneered by grand champions, which you now see all over Europe as well. I mean, you see it everywhere.
In Europe they're using that right now.
They're using it as well. Yeah,
we started here with Mark and Melissa. We started like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
and everybody was not very happy about it. And then I don't know why, but now it's coming. Also in Argentina, and the low goal and medium goal, they do that. And sometimes in the beginning of the high goal tournaments in Argentina, they do that just until getting the horses ready for the big tournaments. And I think it's a really good idea. And it's not many change you see in polo. Because it's like it's been for how many years? You're still playing with the same type of mallet, and every other sport change. You get tennis. How many? Remember? I don't know. McEnroe playing with the wooden racket. It's just in polo we have the same equipment. The beginning. It's crazy.
Well, speaking of that, you just touched on mallets. Now I know you had a long time in England. Did you ever play arena polo?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
So when it comes to these fiber canes that they use now, that they use for arena polo, do you like those?
They hurt my elbow.
You get tennis elbow from them?
Yes. I don't know why, because the
vibration.
The vibration they have, and...
Because I was going to say that we haven't really seen those fiber canes come in and replace the traditional bamboo canes here. I'm like you, Juan. I mean, I played a lot of arena polo in England, but I prefer the traditional cane. On the line, stolen. Now then, Aguirre. Mariano Aguirre.
That's a tough call for the umpire. I want to see because
The ball comes to a standstill right on the line. It's on that line. Not 100% over it. Sapa tries to clear it.
yeah, but you know what? The ball moved to Sapo. They changed the line. Mariano came in the own line.
Yeah.
If you can see the ball after hit the goal
Post, yes, it changed. You're
give
right.
give the right away
Yeah.
to Sapo.
Yeah, and that's what we've spoken about a lot here. That quick line change.
Look at here now. You see,
Yeah, that super quick line change.
the ball went board to board, and Mariano was coming goal to goal. So
Yeah.
in that situation, Sapo got the.
Yeah, no, good call. Good call. And this is the sort of play that, of course, the umpires can trigger just to have another look at it. The IRO, the third man who's here in the booth, of course, will be able to look at it. And
I think Casablanca challenge they played. I mean,
Well-
there might be,
Casablanca challenged,
and they won the challenge.
and they won the challenge, exactly. So all remains as it was.
That's the good thing about technology right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Right, yeah.
in a different plane, imagine that could be a foul in favor
Oh.
of Kaia, that could be a goal, and it will change the entire game.
Absolutely.
And that gives the
Yeah.
helps the umpire to make the right decision, the right call. And I think that was the right call of the was a very good challenge for Sapo.
Yeah. Here we go then. On the move, Casablanca, who I think are slowly but surely starting to blossom here in the second period of play. This young man, of course, always a danger. Hard bump there and a ride-off from Aguirre. But Rufino Ben-Sadon, yeah, doing everything he possibly can to try and untangle himself from that little cluster of players. Ganzi will chase this ball, send it under the neck towards the boards, creating a little bit of space for himself. Rufino coming back, he'll pick it up. He's got Sapo in there as well, hovering, but Rufino Ben-Sadon, yeah, taking on Zubiauri. Still Ben-Sadon, a lot of touches. And that, of course, is something at this level, Juan, to have so many touches. You know, you've got to know what you're doing out there.
Yeah, you do. But Casablanca, they need a little bit more of Rufino by now, in my opinion. He's been very, very good. But
Yeah. As we say, there is no I in team. Yeah, there's four guys in the team.
yeah,
And here we go then. Kaia taking advantage of that fact. And also, I'll tell you who I always enjoy seeing very much, and he also had a stellar performance, is Hilario. When he gets going, unstoppable.
Yes.
Unstoppable. There he is on the ball. Taken by Ganzi. Left for Ben-Sadon, but beaten by Larin Zubiauri. Picked up now by Mariano Aguirre. Aguirre trying to leave it behind or take it around the outside. Picked up by Santi. Santi Toccolino. He's created a little gap. Toccolino, like he's taken the dog for a walk. And there is another goal for Santi, his third in this game so far.
he's very dangerous when he comes from behind,
Oh.
Tocalino. He go to the goal with a lot of power. It reminds me a lot of Ernesto Trotz, a 10-goaler, that type of backs. He's a really good back, but he was even better in offense. You know, just he's a very good number 4 with our.
No, without a doubt. Here we go then. So, 6 goals, the difference. And I'm sure things are going exactly the way the coach and the captain here, Mariano Aguirre, who's on the ball, are seeing things develop here. And not much. But, well, he did enough. He did enough to avoid that ball from going through. This is what I mean. This is where Hilario is exceptionally good.
He's good. He doesn't give up.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't give up, you know, and that's what you want to have a teammate that doesn't give up. You know, he will give 110% of himself on the field. Sometimes you can have your best day or bad day. Anybody can have that, but never give up. You know, and that's the best of him. I like the way he always play hard. He always try hard. You know, even if he knows the best day or the worst day, but you know, for him, you're going to get the best of him.
Indeed, that is absolutely right. And with those words, I believe it's the end of Chukker number 2. So 2 goals apiece. Things are looking up here for Casablanca. Stay with us. We'll be right back for Chukker number 3. Welcome back. Once again, a very good morning to you all out there watching here on CTV Sports. Great to have you with us. Triple Crown of Polo, game number 3, and we are in Group 1. We've already had one game in Group 1, which was when Senfest took on Traviesa. Traviesa winning that narrowly by 9-8. And we also had Park Place taking on Alegria in the other group, where Park Place beat Alegria. Again, very, very close game, 13-12. So, as I said, this is the third match. And Casablanca, as our special guest this morning, Juan Bellini, was saying, a team that are very, very strong, but sometimes do take a chukker or two just to get up to full speed. But things are looking up here for Casablanca. It was 7-1 at the end of the first. Remember, Kaia Polo coming in with a 4-goal on a handicap because Casablanca 26, Kaia 22. And they picked up 3 goals in that opening chukker, 2 by Lorene Zubiari and 1 safety 60, or as penalty 6 by Santi Toccolino. But chukker number 2, a little bit more balanced, 2 goals apiece, and it looks like Hilario Figueras was on the way to pick up another goal here for Casablanca. He's left it behind for Grant Ganzi, and you can see again, and that makes a big difference when you've got such a strong defensive line there, a 3-man chain stopping Casablanca from going through. Juan, your thoughts on the strategy of defending? How would you say is the best way to defend?
The best way to defend is to have a good attack.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what that's the good thing about Toccolino. He's a really good defender, but he defends and attacking.
Yes.
When you defend, you need to put pressure in front. You know, and every single game is been win when you have a good defense.
Absolutely.
You build your defense to go forward.
Yeah.
If you just it's in any sport, you can score 100 goals, but the other team score 101. Exactly. You lose the game.
It's true. It's very true.
You know, it's just, that's why you got all the best teams in Asian Open. They won because they have one of the best. You have Lolo Castagnolo in back. You got Marco Segui. You got Ernesto Trot. You got Juan Manero. Whatever happened in those situations, the best back in the moment, that's the teams always end up winning because they have a confidence in the back, and a good back gives trust and confidence to the players to go forward.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And you can see a very good display of exactly that here by Kaia. They're sticking with their man and very often supporting each other because it is, as you said, it's a team sport. Broken play, and all of a sudden it's on the move again for Kaia Polo. Ganzi will be the man chasing Santi Toccolino here. Needs to just keep his composure. We were just talking about how strong he is, and he comes and defends and attacks from the back. Santi Toccolino, a coast-to-coast run. Wow, what a great goal here by Santi Toccolino, picking up his 4th of the game.
Casablanca going to have to watch out with this guy. This guy is having the best game
So far, yeah.
so far, and everything he does goes the right way.
We call that the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. Absolutely.
It is right now.
So, double figures then, 10 goals to 3, and extending their lead from 6 goals to now 7, obviously. We are a good 4.5 minutes away from the half-time interval. I'm sure Casablanca will have plenty to talk about. I haven't really seen Rufino come to...
I mean, telling you, the Casablanca need the power to go forward of those Rufino's goals to make, because you can see Granti, Hilario, and Sapo, but we haven't seen the Rufino we've been seeing all season.
Correct.
I don't want to crucify him.
No, I know.
But for what I see, he haven't really
blossomed.
Yeah. He haven't been the Rufino that we've been seeing.
Yeah, true. Now, do you think that's because you think they're tired? Do you think there's still a little bit of fatigue within the team? Is it the high of winning on Sunday? Is it because it is very, very demanding physically and mentally at this level.
Yeah, I mean, on Sunday that team give a lot.
Yeah,
and not just the final, also the semi-final.
Absolutely.
So that team have a lot of energy put in the last 2 games to win that tournament. Horses, like you said, in your mind. So you can after you win, you can
decompress.
Yes, and then sometimes take one game to build up your energy and your power, your full engine. And could happen. But I mean, it just for sure it's not. They're gonna go for it. They're not gonna.
Well, I have a feeling that Kaia will be thinking a similar way, and I think they're going to try and take advantage maybe of exactly this phase that Casablanca are going through at this time. So, quick pony change, good shot here of Santi Toccolino as they make their way back out onto the field. A beautiful day here in southern Florida today on April the 10th as... Casablanca coming back out there again. If you've just joined us, Casablanca playing their opening match here in the Triple Crown of Polo. Grant Ganzi at 1, Hilario Figueres at 2, Rufino Benzadon at 3, and Sapo Cassette at 4. Freshly baked winners, back-to-back winners, I'd like to add, winning the Palm Beach Open in 2023 and, of course, now in 2024. Kaia with Larry Austin, who I'm sure will be very happy with the way things are going thus far for his team Kaia. Lorene Zubiari picking up 2 goals in the first Chukker. Mariana Aguirre, of course, always a danger and always a threat, doing a lot of work in midfield, creating the spaces. And then, of course, Santi Toccolino. 4 goals so far here in this first half. And as Juan was saying, he is the player they need to get a grip on. And Casablanca... and they need to start playing a little bit more the game that we've become accustomed to. Here we go then, ball knocked into play by Sapo Cassette.
Remember, Kaia was in the final of the first tournament, so it's a well-organized team. You know, it's a well-mounted and good players, and people that I don't think people remember that, but they get to the final very well deserved in the first tournament. And every single other game, they always give a lot of trouble to every other team, because with the 4 goals you're giving to them, you don't really catch up with them right away.
No, you
they
don't.
take sometimes 5 Chukker to tie, and then they're not going to give you the game rather easily. They're going to make you work harder. They're going to make you play better, and then they're going to give you a lot of work like they're doing to Casablanca today.
Absolutely, Kaia very much one of those. Always a threat and a potential winner. Another big shot from Sapo Cassette, just going wide. Now remember, the mounted officials can, of course, overrule the goal judge, and they can always trigger to see whether that ball really did go over or between the posts by throwing it back to our IRO, Steve Lane, in the booth or in the studio, of course, able to look at all the monitors and all the screens. And by the way, all in, as you were touching on that, Juan, 4K quality. Our executive producer, Mike Ferreira, over the years has really made ChukkerTV the place to watch Well, especially this level of polo. High goal, remember, 26 goal, the highest level of polo played anywhere outside of Argentina, right here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Casablanca then, down by 7. And Rufino Benzadon will send this one across the field, looking for Ganzi. Ganzi possibly with a cut shot. There it comes. Well, he did everything right, and it was the perfect shot. Just did not get enough power on that. A little bit unlucky, but would have been nice goal for Grant, who, but he's another one of those young players who's always working very, very hard. There you see him, wants to get up to the front there, but now Tocolino, can he get past Benzadon? He avoids the hook, controls the ball on the near side, tries to play a very difficult shot, and under the neck shot across to try and put that into the danger zone. But Benzadon up against a bit of a stick fight going on. Well, if two are in dispute, there's always a third man, and that'll be Zubiari. Zubiari with a little chip shot. He saw that there was somebody hovering at the front. But once again, good defensive play here, and a lot of effort coming in from Hilario Figueres, and we'll have a whistle at 1:22. And I can see that one of the players is just dismounted there. He might have had a little bit of a knock in that last play. Here comes your replay. Now you see him running into each other. Hilario. Well, that all looked pretty clean. Well, there was another bump coming in from Larin Zubiari.
Yeah, he didn't really get from shoulder to shoulder, no? He went a little bit.
Yeah, a bit off. He was a bit off, yeah.
He got a kind of in the middle, no? To Hilario. He looked like, wow. He's a very tough player, Larin Zubiari. You can see here, there's a good stealing by Hilario, and he stopped, and you can see, no, he just, the rules say you can bump it shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, and that bump, I don't think was.
No, it wasn't. Just a little bit, just slightly off.
No, but this is the play before, like we're watching right now. But here, I think, in my opinion, Larin Zubiari fouled because you got two guys, and Larin was coming. And that play before.
Yeah.
You know, two players fighting with the same spot. Not this one, the one before. That was, in my opinion, that could be. Not right here. You can see here, look, right here, exactly, perfect. You can see here how the. Oh no, I mean, you can see it. Oh no.
Well, looks like he's.
The Tocolino
just taking a little time out there, but he's up on his feet. Like I said, he was the player who dismounted. And very nice to see Sapper coming over to make sure that Santi is okay. Well, he's put his helmet back on. I know you can't see this on your screen, but we, of course, have another monitor here to give us an update exactly on what's going on. And the good news is that Santi will be able to continue playing. There you see him on your screens now as well. But as Juan and I were saying, be interesting to see what the umpires made of that play, that last play. A lot going on there on the boards. So,
one thing for sure, Kaia came to this last tournament of the World Polo League with a lot of decision. You can see him play with, you know, like they want to go for it.
Well, I've just been told that there was no injury on the play. And as we can see, Santi back in the saddle. Sorry, Juan, you were saying?
No, I was saying the way I like the way Kaia came prepared for that tournament, the World Polo League. They came with a lot of decision to say, let's go for it. You know, they started the game since the beginning, like, this is going to be our tournament. That's a tough team to beat when you give a team like that 4 goals in the beginning.
So, umpire's decision has been made. It's going to be a hit from the spot. Possession play for Casablanca. With a little over a minute remaining in the first half. Sapo Cassette out towards the boards where he was hoping to find Benzadon. He overrides. In comes Hilario. But there was another whistle just prior to that. Let's have another look at that. Here you see the ball coming from
that's shading. I mean, Mariano can discuss it and fight for it, but he came with a sharp angle to
Very
the
sharp,
ball.
yeah.
I mean, they don't call much that, but that's intimidation.
Yeah, I was going to say
Because
that.
you know, if you're Rufino, you come into the ball and you see someone coming. I mean, that make you
Yes.
look up and make you completely be out of focus on the ball. You know?
You took the word out of my mouth. I was just about to say that to me was borderline intimidation, but
Exactly.
you actually said
Yeah.
it. So yeah. So good call again.
And Mariano's very smart player. He's going to fight until
Well,
the end. you
there
know?
was a challenge against White, but that challenge, of course, as we've just discussed here, was lost. So
Yeah, but it's a good challenge for Mariano because, listen, we have only 1 minute left on the third chukker. It's not that challenge. If you don't use it, you go to the next 3 chukker. People have to realize you have a challenge, a 3 chukker, and another challenge, another 3 chukker. It's not that you have, if you don't use the challenge in the first 3 chukker, in the last 3 chukker, you will have 2 challenge. You know, so Mariano, he took a chance because
absolutely, why not at this time? Yeah.
Why not? It's not like he's going to save the challenge for the next 3 chukkers. So maybe use it and take a chance.
Well, we were just talking about exactly that, and Casablanca have done exactly the same thing. They were challenging the ball placement on that play,
Yeah.
and they've lost their challenge.
Yeah, that was, for me, no way they're going to be more than that because the ball was on the board, was like an 80 yards in your territory. They're not going to give you another 120
No,
yards.
of course, no.
Because, first of all, you don't have the ball in control. Second, the ball was nearly just touching the board.
Yeah.
And I was not hyper danger too. So I think the position on the midfielder was a right decision by the umpire.
So both teams then, based on that last play, losing or challenging and losing their challenge. We're down within the last minute of play. And as I say, I'm pretty sure Casablanca will have plenty to discuss and go through after taking stock of this first half. Kaia, on the other hand, as Juan and I were discussing a little bit earlier, if they just keep doing what they're doing here and maybe picking up a second goal here before they go into the halftime break, looks like they might just do exactly that. That ball just going wide, but what a great way to finish the first half. Just the 1 goal then in chukker number 3 for Kaia. They leave the field 10 goals to 3 for the moment. Thank you very much, Juan. But just before we go into the halftime, let's have a quick look at the stats. 9-5, a big difference there. Shots on goal. Knock-ins very similar. Throw-ins again. Casablanca winning the majority of those. Fouls committed very clean. Penalty scored just the 1 by Casablanca. So the stats and the figures don't lie. We'll let them get on to some fresh ponies. And hope that you will join us here for the second half of the Triple Crown of Polo between Casablanca and Kaia right here on CTV Sports.
My name is Nacho Estrada. I'm from Argentina, 8 goals.
Hilario Figueras, 5 goals from Argentina.
My name is Martin Jauregui. My handicap is 6 goals. I'm from Argentina.
Silvestre Novillo, and I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Tomás Pieres from Argentina, and I'm 6 goals.
Francisco Spinacci, and I am from Argentina, Buenos Aires.
I'm Juan Bolini, and I'm a 3-goal polo player right now, but it could be 8. And I'm from Argentina. No, actually, now I'm American.
No, here is amazing. The view, the fields, everything is super nice.
Question is what I don't like about Aspen. I think I like everything about Aspen. The weather, the field. Right now in the summer, I would say the best club in the world.
Friendship, the people, the scenery, everything. This is my 7th year coming in a row, and I feel like I'm at home right now. So me and the family were around like we know the place for a long time, and we enjoy the summer a lot.
When I come here winter and summer, I actually like Aspen more in summer. There's more stuff to do.
all the mountains around here. Like, it's a pretty nice place, and it is nice to play because there are very good horses, and I play with a lot of friends. No, I like the polo, the horses, and the people. I like to do mountain biking and to go to the lake. Yes, going to the lake, stay here in the barn, everything.
It looks amazing. It's my first time here, but all the things they're doing today is amazing. So I'm gonna be enjoy, and I appreciate to inviting me to be here in the season.
Christmas in July, kids are always looking forward for it. The day they come to Aspen, they know they relate it with Christmas in July. It's an extra that they have here.
I like Christmas in July because we like get all together and we receive a lot of presents.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post. have an opportunity. Santos Bellini's gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
Once again, welcome back, and a very good afternoon. CTV Sports covering the third game of the, excuse me, the Triple Crown of Polo. Casablanca, as you can see on your screens there, Grant, Hilario, Rufino, and Sapo Cassette. Today playing in white, and Kaia Polo. Well, they're not playing in white. Actually, they are playing in white. Casablanca playing in grey today. Lorene, Larry, Mariano, and Santi Toccolino. And there is that man, Santi Toccolino.
The man of the game. The game of the man.
Exactly.
El hombre del partido, man.
Sí, el hombre del partido, exactly. Well,
no, partido.
With 3 R's.
No, which is R. Yeah. No, partido.
Partido.
Yes, good.
I'm sorry. Well, of course, yeah, you speak South American Spanish. If anything, I'm more used to the European Spanish. But you're absolutely right. He has been absolutely on form. Santi Toccolino, the first goal coming from him in Chukker number 1. The first goal of the match, in fact, a penalty 6, and then 3 from the field. So Santi Toccolino, very, very strong here for Kaia Polo, who come into the second half now with a gap, with a cushion.
Crucial chukker.
Yeah, a crucial chukker now. But so when you have 7 goals advantage, I mean, does that put your mind into a more confident state of mind, or do you think the pressure is even more on to keep that gap?
It's a lot of pressure on Kaia, because I know you got 7 goals different, but if you see Casablanca start scoring 1 or 2 goals right away,
exactly,
you start to get nervous.
Exactly,
you start to say, "Oh my!" I'm gonna say it was like, "Oh mierda, what are we doing?" Yeah. You know, just.
Yeah,
you know, but that's what's crucial for Casablanca. Casablanca have to start the 4th chukker thinking, this is our chukker. We need to score 2 or 3 goals right away to make Kaia exactly as afraid.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't do that, they're going to make Kaia easy. The 5th chukker, that's what I said. This is like a very crucial chukker for both teams. For Casablanca, try to make a couple goals right away, and for Kaia to keep the momentum, I keep the difference. So that's what. And you know, when tennis say the 7 game is the crucial.
Yes.
Always, I don't know why, because they say if you win that one, you go to winning by 2 game.
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker. So and tennis always say the 7th game is the most important game of the set.
Absolutely. No, very well said. And Casablanca going to try and do exactly what you there suggested, Juan. A pass from Ganzi to Cassette, and well done. Larry Austin there clearing it, but the danger is not controlled. A deflection. Ball somehow just does not want to go through the uprights, and we have a whistle on the play. Well, and you can see the disbelief there on some of those Casablanca players. Let's have another look at this as he goes for the shot. Now, did that go through or not? Well, looks like it did. Just went wide. A steal here from the number 3 from Rufino Bensadon. I'm pretty sure he won't get away with that. Well, this is not the way we thought the second half would start. But I think what you're saying, this is a question of nerves here. A lot of nerves and temperament at stake. So, Casablanca, and you can see they're coming in very early, standing very deep. So maybe that's the strategy, to try and disrupt the flow of game from Kaia very early, and again, another whistle.
They're taking a lot of chances, and they miss a goal, very important goal in that minute. I mean, in 6 minutes and 30 seconds, they missed a very important goal to make it go forward. And then they try to get desperation. They foul of Sapo, that was frustration.
Well, yeah, it was, exactly. And that foul here now will give Kaia, if things are going the way I think they will, because we clearly had a right of way of infringement. Yes, indeed. So a penalty from the centre of 5B. Now remember, as long as that ball is not on the halfway line, it has to be just behind it, cannot be on it. And let's see if Lorene Zubiari is going to step up and try and do this. Because if they were to score from here, without another player touching that ball, they could pick up 2 points. Now that would really...
It's a very crucial moment. And I have to say that and the goal, the Mensalon miss, in that situation, you have a white guy stand on the line of the goal when Rufino tried to hit the next shot. That was kind of, I understand he was complaining about it because the guy was standing on the line of saving the goal like a goalkeeper, you know?
Yeah,
so he could say, man, it's a foul. You cannot be standing on the goal when someone coming and try to hit the next shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that create a Rufino, a frustration for the next game. And that also create the frustration with Sampo. When you have the chance to go up 1 goal in very important moment, you know, and then look what happened now, and think.
Well, Kaia just challenged the 5B, saying they should surely have had that ball placement elsewhere, i.e. exactly where you can see the ball being placed now. So they challenged, they've won their challenge, and a 5B has now been brought forward to a penalty 4. And it's interesting, the stats, we'll come up to that in a moment. Tocolino now to take this penalty 4 shot. Well, he puts that one wide. But interesting
that gave Casablanca another life.
It did. It gave him another,
another life. And say, okay, you know what? Let's be patient. We did rise in that play. We foul. Let's concentrate. Let's get together. Let's go for it.
Play our game, exactly. But what's interesting, and Steve Lane put together a very interesting statistic there of the challenges being used in the World Polo League, and he broke it down to the individual teams who challenged, when they challenged, and surprisingly, Kaia, the majority of the challenges that they had was not actually against the foul,
but the position of the ball,
but the ball placement, exactly.
Yeah.
So again, a very, very smart man, Mariano Aguirre, and I believe he was speaking to Dale about exactly that. And of course, Mariano Aguirre, you know, he's not only technically a very strong player, but he's also, you know, mentally a very, very strong player. So back to the action we go then on the boards. Rufino will leave that one for Sapo. Well, Mariano needs to allow him to make the play, and that's, I'm pretty sure, what the umpires would have thought as well. And you can see straight away making their way towards that halfway line. If not the penalty 4, it's left behind. Aguirre turns. That was a replay of that game. And now they're going to move it up to a penalty 4.
It's going to get very tough game for the umpire, because you got 2 teams with players with a lot of personality. Mariano's a guy he put a lot of pressure on umpires, okay, and he knows the game very, very well. So it's not like he knows, and he knows what he's talking about, and he knows the limit. He always be nice to the umpire. You're never gonna see Mariano go crazy and screaming, but he talk, and you know it's very, very smart. And you got Sapo with a lot of personality, more calm. You know, you never see those players go crazy like other players, but those players, they always, and they've been around for quite a bit, and they're good players too, you know, so.
Well, that ball was actually moved up to a penalty 3 after a technical foul. So Sapo Cassette picking up his 4th goal of the match, excuse me, with a penalty 3 there. So yeah, temperaments nerves running very, very high there at the moment to start the second half. Remember, just the one goal from Kaia in Chukker number 3, and at the moment, took nearly half a Chukker to get there. Sapo Cassette picking up the first goal for Casablanca. So not quite the early quick goals that they wanted at the beginning of Chukker number 3. But as you said, Juan, they've been given another lease of life here after that miss-hit by Santi Tocolino, and Casablanca have it again. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. A deep ball downfield. And Benzadon trying to just pick up that ball and finish it. Well, it's starting to get a little bit patchy now. A lot of umpires' intervention here, having to blow the whistle. How did you see that play there, Juan?
Let's see. Like I said to you, look at that, and I think that's another intimidation for Tocolino, in my opinion. But I don't think that was. We have to see what umpire call is. I think there's a courtesy change, or I don't know what.
Yep, this is a courtesy change.
I don't know if they call foul or no foul. I think Rufino have a clean shot to the goal. After he missed it, he was kind of complaining about the foul, but I didn't, for the way I look at it, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't look clean to me. That's why I was wanting to get your take on that.
No, yeah, Tocolino was tried to go, but I don't think he went enough to make intimidation or to make Rufino miss the shot. You know, we have to see what umpire. It's a tough call for the umpires because it's in a crucial moment. If Kaia scored 2 more goals and the 4th Chukker, we have a completely different game than the last 2 Chukkers.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
Because 4 goals different and this type of 26 goals sometimes is nothing. I mean, the quality of play that we had in this level of polo, they can score 2 or 3 goals right away. It's just so, like I said, if they score Casablanca 2 more goals before the end of the Chukker and they go to the 5th Chukker, 10-6, we have completely
different game. Yeah.
Different game, because you got the power of Casablanca coming into the 5th Chukker thinking we can do this, and then Kaia start to feel worried about it. Like we said before, you see the other, you know, when the other team is catching up, you start to get nervous, you start to rushing because you, in your mind said, you know, it's just the truth of the matter. You don't have to never give up until the last bell of the last Chukker.
Well said, well said, yeah. So, looks like the umpires and the players are back on the field.
So we see what the call was. Oh, Torito's getting ready. I wonder who of the team of Kaia, who will replace?
Torito Ruiz is going to replace Santi Tocolino.
Santi Tocolino?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like he did sustain an injury at some point.
He's a good player. It's a completely different position, completely. Torito's complete offense guy. He go forward. So we have to see how come to the game, to Kaia, what effect to miss the strongest player. And back, you know, Tocolino, who was having the best game, he was really solid in back position, also very affected in offense, Tocolino. So they're missing very important part of his team, and a very crucial moment.
Without a shadow of a doubt, but I'm just wondering now, obviously that will disrupt the flow within Kaia, but do you think this is a blessing for Casablanca?
Sometimes, you know what? It's a very good question, because when you're a player and you see someone get hurt and some other coming, you think, oh, you know, oh, that player is weaker than the one he left.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, that's going to be better for us. And then sometimes in your mind, doesn't work that way.
No.
You know, it's like you see the substitution, and then, wow. And then what happened? The guy can come in substitution. He have no pressure.
Yeah, true.
You know, when you play without the pressure, sometimes you play much better. And that situation with Torito is coming to the field, winning by 6 goals. He's going to try to play loose. And when you play loose and when you play the best,
Absolutely. And Torito Ruiz, 6 goals?
No, 8 goals.
Oh, he's 8 goals as well. Okay, so at least there's no change there. But let's see what difference, if any, he will make. And if he will slot into that very well-working Kaia Polo team. And let's see if Casablanca can take advantage of this. But, of course, a disruption like this, you can see Casablanca out there on the field waiting. Doesn't help. You want to get things going, especially in a crucial fourth chukker like this, you know?
Yeah, and we'll see. I will say they will put Mariano be in the back position and have those 2 kids, Torito and Lanin, forward. That will the rotation that I can see happen. I don't see Torito going the back seat. I think Mariano will control the back because he have a lot of experience, be in the back position, and he will have those 2 kids. I mean, go forward and fight forward and try to score goals.
Well, let's see what happens. Here he is in Torito Ruiz, the 8-goaler coming in for Santi Toccolino, who, of course, we hope will be back in the saddle in no time. And so we wish him a speedy recovery. Here he comes then, Torito Ruiz, the 8-goaler coming in for Santi Toccolino. We are around about halfway through chukker number 4. And I'm sure they'll give him a minute or two. Well, not a minute or two, but just a couple of seconds just to get his bearings right. Warm up that pony he's riding. So, substitution for Kaia Polo. And away we go.
We're going to have a knock-in and see who's going to take it. Looks like Torito's going to warm up a bit, hitting a few balls just to get the rhythm and get contact with the ball. So that's always important for the players who come out and the substitution.
Absolutely.
Just to hit a few balls and get ready. You know, and then we see it. The funny thing is, I always love about polo is it's a family sport. You know, and people don't realize that how it is, because in this situation when Mariano's playing with Torito, who's dating his daughter, so it's a family relation, and you have brothers against brothers, uncles, and also people don't realize, you know how many times you got a horse being the mother or sister. It's really a family sport in so many different ways, not just horses. Sometimes you have a mother, a mare playing against a daughter or sister, and you have a player, you got brothers, like you have the Castagnolas, you got the Pierres, you got they playing each other, or they playing against to each other, and it's just something that I don't see in any other sport. That's what polo is
unique.
It's very unique in 4 different many ways. For me, it's the greatest sport it is. It's just.
I have to agree with you, and I didn't know, Juan. Well, I know you've been there as well in St. Moritz. I was there in January, and a dear friend of mine, a man I'm sure you know, I didn't know you were related to La Placette.
Yeah, they're my cousins. Yes.
Yeah, he told me that. He told me to send you our best wishes.
Yeah, thanks.
So Adriancito La Placette, of course, out there, as was Raúl La Placette. But here we go then, Casablanca. Oh, and the first play, and a great play, if any, by Torito Ruiz, blocking this shot. So he's already, slotted in very well as far as defense is concerned. Kaia have possession, and it will be the man with the number 4 in his shirt in for Santi Toccolino, Torito Ruiz, with the orange helmet. Sends it out to the right-hand side, and away we go. A good 3 minutes remaining, and that'll be picked up by Larry Austin from the boards. Sapo, I think he just got a piece of that. Remember, you are allowed to hook a player no higher than the shoulder of the pony. And, oh, hello. Little chip shot, give and go from Hilario to Rufino. Now, on that last play there, why didn't Hilario just go for the direct shot?
You know what? I don't think the Casablanca are playing with the confidence they did before. You know, that's if they just go for the goal, he tried to pass the ball, and sometimes in polo it's difficult to make a pass from 80 yards to the goal. Yeah. You have to shoot or go all the way.
See.
You know, and that's confidence, and nothing is going on Casablanca way right now. You can see the beautiful shot, the next shot the Sapo had before, and the head of the horse. And the last tournament, everything the Casablanca was shooting was a goal.
See,
You
yes.
know, they don't have the luck or the I don't know how you say it in English. No tienen la oportunidad, or you know, every single shot before was in. Now they don't have that luck.
No.
They miss so many goals. How many goals they already miss? If you go by knock-ins, I don't know, when we do the stat, you will see Casablanca didn't have much knock-in that Kia has.
No, I think you're very right. I think it's, but as you said earlier, I think it's lack of confidence at the moment. That's what they're missing.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly. Because you are rushing, because you're nervous, because you see the score. But let me tell you, if Casablanca can score right now, like has been said, I don't want to be always say the same thing. We're going to have Chukker very, very tough, and very tough for the umpires.
Well, as you probably saw just now, we had a situation in front of that goal mouth, a penalty 2, all from the spot. Sapo decided to take it from the spot, picking up his 5th goal of the game, converting that penalty 2 to make it 5 goals to 10. So that gap being worked on, and they're closing in. And as you were saying, Juan, if Casablanca can pick up another goal here and avoid from Kaia picking up another goal, while Larry also tried to keep that in place, so Casablanca dodging a huge bullet there, then I think, as you're right, we could have an interesting 5th and 6th Chukker. Casablanca at least have it with a minute and a half remaining here in the 4th Chukker. Sapo out to the left-hand side, finds Rufino Bensadon. And that's something else which we haven't seen Casablanca do that much in this game, which of course makes the World Polo League, for me at least, and I'm sure for many out there, so special and unique, is this one-touch polo. The balls are precise, the balls are picked up, they don't mess about, they move it on, bang, bang, bang. So on the halfway line.
But Casablanca needs the goals of Rufino. He's playing well, he tried hard, but he always scored like 4 or 5 goals in the game, and we haven't have those goals on Rufino today, and Casablanca really missed that a lot. So.
No, you're absolutely right. And Sapo Cassette will try and bulldoze his way through. Cassette, little flick of the wrist just to try and steer it in. It's still in front of that goal mouth. Kaia able to block this attack. Mariano Aguirre keeping his composure, and he will open things up very nicely, looking for Larry Austin. A little bit unlucky, but lucky for Kaia. They're going to get the deflection and keep possession. Stolen there by Sapo. Effective, but I think the umpire might have a different opinion on that one. Let's have another look at that last play.
I have to agree with Sapo. The guy headed to Sapo.
Yeah.
I mean,
that will bring us to the end of Chukker number 4. So let's see what the umpires make of that play. Stay with us. We'll find out when we come back. CTV Sports, Triple Crown of Polo 2024.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us. CTV Sports Triple Crown of Polo. Game number 3, Casablanca, Kaia. Casablanca, as our special guest, Juan Bellini, and I have been discussing. Just, not their day today, at least until now. Kaia have been controlling this game from the get-go. 3-1 at the end of the first chukker, plus those 4 on handicap. They left the field 7-1. Chukker number 2 was very evenly balanced, 2 goals apiece, 2 coming by Sapo Cassette and 2 by Santi Toccolino, and then just the 1 goal in Chukker number 3 again by Santi Toccolino, who was replaced. A substitution. You can see the young man there with the orange helmet, 8-goaler Torito Ruiz, came in and defended a shot on goal, so already worth his 8 goals, very much so. But Casablanca did have a little bit of a whim there in that fourth chukker, picking up 2 penalties from the line, both, of course, on the account of Sapo Cassette. Now, Juan, talking about confidence or the lack of confidence, and at the moment Casablanca seem to struggle a little bit. But that last chukker, which where they scored twice, so 2 unanswered goals by Kaia. Surely that will be a big step in the right direction in giving them the confidence that they need, that they can take on Kaia and play a chukker where they actually win 2-0.
Yeah, I agree. I have to agree with you. Casablanca has been having better second half. They've been dominate. They've been control the game. They haven't scored as much. They try. They keep kind of missing a lot of goals, but I think Casablanca is in control. The only thing you have to do is just get the ball through the goal.
Well, I can tell you, Juan, that there was a challenge from Casablanca based on that last play where you said, we both said it looked like it was given to Sapo. Sapo's challenge has been overturned. I beg your pardon, Kaia challenged the ball position, the ball placement, and that, I believe, has been moved down to a penalty 3 in favour of Kaia Polo. Now, this, of course, is the last thing you want for Casablanca, is to start chukker 5 with a penalty against you.
That's a very strict, I don't know, the umpire, they might see something that I didn't see to give it. I don't know if it was a technical or just they went to number 3 just right away, because they was behind the goal to give a penalty 3. It was behind the midfield when there was that foul. And was no danger. I mean, I don't know, we always have to agree with them, and the umpires, and they have the technology to make a decision. But
from what I understand, sorry to interrupt you there, Larry Austin, which is why they challenged that ball placement, was very far down the field.
Yes, that's true. But you know what? I'm always fight against everybody about that. Because, okay, the guy was alone by himself, but he didn't get the ball. What happened if the guy behind missed the shot? So why you gonna give us someone a penalty for? Because I don't like that. Hey, I'm alone. So what? But the ball is there. What happened if the guy carried and miscarried and the ball never get to you?
No, I'm just relaying back the information we're getting from.
No, I understand, but that's my discussion I got with everybody.
I understand.
Doesn't mean, hey, I'm alone. So what? But you don't get the ball. The ball is 100 yards behind you.
Sure.
So why are you gonna give you the foul to you? Because when you're alone, and
I agree with you. But now look at this. Grant Ganzi on the move for Casablanca. A little bit unlucky there. He would normally put those away without even thinking twice about it. Luis Zubiari will just keep that ball in play. And possession play now once again. Torito Ruiz leaves it for Mariano. Controls it on the near side. Great pickup. And over to Ruiz. And Kaia doing what they've been doing. They're not thinking about it. They're just getting on with it. Now then, just Hilario Figueres, the under the neck shot. If he can get to it, he's going to run this one himself. Torito Ruiz. And a goal.
That's not what Casablanca had. They lost the momentum
exactly
in the last play.
Yeah.
They tried and things didn't come their way. They missed very important shot to the goal, and that create a frustration, and that make you feel we are not going to make it.
Yeah.
You have a moment in the game that you can see yourself, okay, I think we can do that. we can do this, we can win. And then you have momentum, you say, you know what?
Game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
And that play with Sapo
could be the pivotal point.
Could be the critical point of saying, you know, we tried, didn't work. Let's focus for the next game. Let's save the horses. Let's put it together for the next game, because I don't think we can make it this game in our favor.
No, good call. And Casablanca have it at the moment, but of course the clock is ticking down. 5 minutes remaining here in the penultimate fifth Chukker. Benzadon. I mean, looking at my score sheet here, Juan, to see that we are in the fifth Chukker and not a single goal on the account of Rufino Benzadon, that is very, very unusual.
That's I think they suffer the most of Casablanca. I mean, you got the Rufino the last tournament. He got the right moment, the right goals, and
Hilario also luck evading him. Oh, he puts it through.
Puts it through.
Yeah, well done. Well done, Hilario Figueres, the young six-goaler there. And after a lot of hard work putting into that play, he picks up the first goal here for Casablanca in Chukker number 5. Great composure, great control, and just getting the job done. So that's going to bring us to a slightly earlier courtesy change. Now, remember that we do have a double header for you today here on CTV Sports coming up this afternoon.
Good game, huh? Sorry to interrupt. That's going to be very good game. I mean, when you have a Paulo McDonald and Geta Castañón on the field, you guarantee you're going to see something you don't see every day.
Absolutely. No, I was just about to say Audi will be taking on Park Place, and Juan, you mentioned it. Pablo McDonough, 10 goals. Geta Castañón, 10 goals. And, of course, Mark Ganzi.
That's a tough team.
It's a very tough
team. I think they're
team.
playing with Paquito Narvaez, who I think is one of the best players in Florida by handicap right now. He's incredible the way he's been playing, but I mean, you will have for sure a guarantee of good polo or something you don't see every day when you have that combination or the Audi put in the field. On the other hand, you got Park Place. That's a very balanced team. That's a good team, good horses. With Tolly Ulloa, I think, I don't know what the team, they've always been switching.
Well, we've got Colo Gonzalez coming in today. We've got Joaquin Panello, and then we've got Tolly Ulloa and Salvador Ulloa.
Wow, that's a tough team. That's going to be a fighter. I mean, there are 4 fighters there.
Indeed.
I mean, Audi is going to have a hard work, to go against that team. But, when you have the best player in the world at the moment, I mean, right now you have the two Castañón and Poroto, in my opinion. They're in another level of everybody else.
I agree.
People can get offended and offended, but that is my truth. I mean, the difference right now between those 3 players and the rest is a lot. We haven't seen that different of. Even when Cambiaso was younger, you got Bautista, you got, different players that, but the different are now you have the Castañolas and Poroto with the rest of the players. It's quite a lot. And
again, family affair, cousins, again.
No, exactly. No, cousin and we've been, like I say, if you decided one time playing together, I don't know when it's going to happen. If it happened, they don't have.
There's nobody out there.
No.
Who would you put as a 4th man? If you had the 2 Castañolas and Poroto, who would you put as the 4th man?
I will put, in my opinion, I think Adolfito or Juan Martín Nero. Yeah. Because they need but right now, look what happened with La Natividad. They started the season with, in the back position was Facundo, and Barto was in the front, was number 3. And then they switched, and then there was incredible team. And Barto find the position they're playing back. Incredible. He didn't make a mistake. He was so solid and often and defend, and he find the spot that nobody could believe. I mean, when you're a top player like that, you can play any position. But in this situation, Barto find he give La Natividad something they didn't get in the beginning of the season. That was my opinion. They put him in the back position. I don't know if it was the coach, Nacho Villastrada or Lolo, who decided to see. I mean, Lolo, he's been 10 goals, won so many times the Argentine Open. He knows polo more than most of the players. They decided to put Barton back, and look at that, they won the Argentine Open.
Yeah, no surprise there. And let's see if Grant here can also turn things around for Casablanca. Torito Ruiz coming in for a challenge. And, well, we will get a whistle on that play. Grant working very, very hard. Very unlucky yesterday, of course, playing against his father in the USPA President's regional.
That was a tough team.
That was a tough team, yeah.
I mean, they did that in overtime.
Yeah. Yeah,
and they had a chance to win it. And my son missed the goal. I want to kill him. Die Santos, and then. But that was a good team. That was a really good team. And Granty was he was really. I seen yesterday. He was the man of put together the entire team for the back position. He was a really good, like a quarterback. Making Santos and the Daniels just. That was a tough team. Both teams are very good and.
Well, you can be very proud of your son because he was also out in the Alps in the winter, and he did a great job in Kitzbühel, and he did a great job playing polo. So Santos, and he's a very nice young man. I mean, all your kids. I know Juancito very well, and I know Santos. But you're also, I know, a very happy grandfather. How old is your little grandchild now?
He's 5 and
already 5.
Yeah. Already 5. Actually, no, it's 4 and 8 months. It's going to be 5 in a month.
Okay.
And then I have another one. I will have to say I have another one because everybody always told me, oh, you will talk about the old one. Even my daughter will say, Papa, remember I have another son.
I didn't know you had a daughter.
Yeah, Mariana.
And how old is she?
She's 33.
Okay.
That's why I'm grandfather. Where are you going to get those kids?
No. I know that you had. No, claro. Of course. Of course. Here we go then. Kaia Polo on course to their first victory here of the Triple Crown of Polo 2024. Sapo Cassette sends that one across the field. And as Juan Bellini, our special guest here, and thank you once again, Juan, for coming in, has been breaking it down very nicely. Just not their day today for Casablanca. This ball coming off Larry Austin. Let's hope he's okay. That will have been unintentional. You can see he's still in the saddle. He's got a smile on his face, just rubbing his back there a little bit. And, of course, great sportsmanship from Sapo to come over straight away and make sure that Larry is okay. Looks like he is. And I'm sure we'll get the action up and running again in just a few seconds. A minute and a half, a good minute and a half remain here in Chukker number 5. But then, of course, Juan, as you yourself, I'm sure will be able to remember, anything can happen in a game of polo, and we still have a 6th Chukker, and we've seen crazy things happen in the 6th and final Chukker. I mean, I don't think they're going to pick up 6 goals. That would be a goal a minute and avoid the Kaia team from scoring, but it is doable.
It's doable. It's possible. It's possible. Always, you have to play until the last moment to see what's going to happen. You never have to. You know what? You never have to give up.
Exactly.
You never have to give up. I mean, it's just you have to try too hard and try to. Also, if you are Casablanca, even if you're, that's a foul for Larry Austin, in my opinion.
Yep.
I'm sorry I don't want to put pressure on the umpire, but
you're absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely
because if you're Casablanca, you're losing. You want to finish the game playing better for the next game.
Yeah.
You want to just you know what? Forget about it. Let's finish the last Chukker. Play the team. Let's focus for the next game. Listen, they have a chance to get to the semifinals or get to the final. Doesn't mean you're out. So they don't have to just say, "Oh, we lost," and throw everything away. What we did this season, they did an incredible season. They won the last tournament. So, they have to go for it and try to finish. It's like, you know what, guy, maybe we win, maybe we won, but let's finish this last Chukker playing well, try to focus, and try to see what we can do to improve for the next game.
Well said. Well, they're going to get a chance here. Penalty 2, 30 yards, Sapo Cassette. He's already picked up one of those, and that'll be his second. So, Sapo Cassette trying to put a bit of a dent on that scoreline, but there are still 5 goals that need to be scored. A little over a minute remain here in Chukker number 5, and at the moment, if we isolated Chukker number 5, very evenly balanced, 2 goals apiece. Casablanca 2-0 in Chukker number 4. So, as Juan, as you were saying, it is doable, it is possible, but you have days where things just don't work or go your way, and then you have days where you play in such a level where you can't believe that you actually did that. A bit like this young man here, Torito Ruiz, correcting himself, and coolest of touches there on the near side, picking up his third goal of the match.
That's the knife on your back, that goal. I mean, Casablanca scored a nice goal. They went to 4 goals difference. Say, that's 4 goals. We maybe have a chance. I end the 5th Chukker with a goal against you like that. That make you like,
deflates
you go down.
Yeah, no, for
you
sure.
know, your mind is, oh my God. But listen, 7 minutes, 5 goals. Casablanca have to come to the Chukker with a lot of decision and say, you know, let's do it. Let's try to score the first 1 or 2 goals right away. And then Kaia start to get nervous and then see what happens.
Well, let's hope that's the case. That is the end of Chukker number 5. 3 goals to 2 in favour of Kaia. Make sure you stay with us. 6 Chukker action coming up when we return here on CTV Sports.
Another great season. We had a blast this year. Great fields again. They keep getting better and better. And we got lucky with the rain this year and had a lot of fun polo.
There's nothing better than being out here in Aspen playing with these great people. Amazing views every day. I mean, how could you ask for more?
Best part about being out here in Aspen for the polo is the fields, the community, Melissa and Mark, the great competition, and the amazing horses and how the horses enjoy being out here.
I love the town, I love the valley, I love also spending time here in Carbondale. So I just love this place in general. I have a lot of friends, I've made lots of friends over the years. The Ganses have created a spectacular place here that has become a really important summer destination for polo in America.
Aspen, I love it that our family's around, a ton of horses, a ton of golf, and a lot of fun polo.
So once again, welcome back. 6 Chukker action. We are about to get things underway, and once again, delighted to have Juan Bellini, a legend, a living legend, still very active. Director of Operations here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Juan and I, we've known each other since the 90s, and we were just reminiscing and talking about the good old days when we won the Gold Cup down in Calgary, and was, like I said, great to have you with us, Juan Bellini. So, 13 goals to 7. 3 goals, a hat-trick coming in from the substitution of Santi Tocolino, Torito Ruiz, picking up a goal from the line, a penalty 3, and a great goal right at the very end. Of course, if you are supporting Kaia, not so great if you're supporting Casablanca, who have just not really found that Casablanca rhythm that we've come accustomed to. They've all worked very hard. Grant, Hilario, Rufino, and that's the man, the key name that sort of stands out. Juan and I were talking about it. We haven't really seen the Rufinator. Rufino Benzadon, such an integral part of this team. Here he is on the ball now to try and turn things around. Hasn't scored a single goal. It's all been Sapo Cassette and the 1 goal from Hilario Figueres. As you were saying, Juan, I'm sure that they will take a lot from this game going forward into the next game.
That's a play I would call intimidation in my book, you know. from Mariano to Sapo. He came a little bit too much and kind of wave, and he knows how to push the limit, that's for sure. Great player.
Well, despite the fact that it's not been Casablanca's day, and we saw that in the halftime stats, remember we'll have the final match stats coming up on your screen as well. Juan, agree me or don't agree with me, but I think you will. It's been very clean as far as fouls has been concerned.
It's been, yeah. Every single game in the World Pro League has been tough and aggressive and good play, but we have really good, clean games.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't seen any stupid things. Sorry to say that.
No, but you're right.
We never see anything like do something like, you know, say, oh wow. I mean, we've been almost in the end of the season, and every single game, and it's clean, not much fire, no discussion, like go crazy, and I think the umpire's been doing a hell of a job. I have to give a lot of credit to the umpire because they keep the players calm down. You know, they let it express themselves a bit until the moment they say that's enough. Because when you play, you have to give the player to try to express themselves a bit.
Of course.
It's impossible to not say nothing. You
No,
know?
of course. And as we know, it's a very passionate game. And, you know, the players aren't always wrong. Somebody once said, you know, they're not always wrong. And especially with some of these, the names that we've got out here. I mean, if we go through the list, I mean, we had 7 10-goalers in the last tournament. We've got 4 in this tournament alone. I mean, talk about raising the bar here.
Exactly, but you know, like anybody can have a bad day. As a player, you can have a bad day. You're an umpire, you can have a bad day. Doesn't mean you're gonna go with intention to have a bad day. Everybody tried the best it is, and then when we choose umpire, we got Gaston Dorignac, who's the chief of the umpire here, and with Dell and with Steve Lane, we try to find the best. And I think right now we have the best because you can see like Pepe Araya and Guille Villanueva. Villanueva has been doing the Argentine Open final for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So that give you the
Says
you know,
it all.
you can complain or you can like the way he umpire or no, but you know what? He's for the reason he's the umpire to in the Argentine Open.
No, that's exactly what the World Polo League is all about. Again, well said. And whilst we were in talking about that, we saw another superb goal coming from Casablanca. We're going to go into our last courtesy change. So 3:46, and as you said, Casablanca at least coming out here and wanting to get the job done, even though they might not win, but they want to finish on a high and take the experience of this game forward into the next game and do a little bit of adjusting.
You always learn more from your defeat than from your winning game.
Absolutely.
You know, because when you win, you don't see your mistake.
The bigger picture.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you don't see your mistake. You see your mistake when you lose the game. When you win, you think, we are perfect. We don't have nothing to change.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you always do the right thing. But when you lose and when you learn, when you try to see the game the next day and get together and say, guys, you know, we have to adjust this. We have to do some horse changing because your horse in the first Chukker try to play it. It's a little combination that have to be done after a game that you lose, you know.
So I mean, when you were playing, like when you play now, for example, whether you win or whether you lose, do you have a little wash-up meeting with the team afterwards, either way, so that because it's fresh, it just happened, or do you?
I try to have a meeting the night before, watch a game, you know, and then just go over with the horse list and then go over with the. It's a few different plays that you have to adjust when you play polo. I think the knockings is very important.
Yep.
You know, the knocking have to be positive or negative, in my opinion. A positive knocking is when you cross the midfield. That's, for me, a positive knocking.
Yeah.
What's a negative knocking for me when you don't pass the midfield.
Yeah.
You know? And then and another play you have to, can you adjust in the meeting is throw-ins.
Yes.
Because throwing is very important, and when you play the game, win the position of the ball. If you lose the throwing, that means you are not control of the ball.
No.
So that
puts you straight away on the back foot.
Exactly. Those for me are crucial plays. Because and then the game is so dynamic. Anything change. So you can say back and no back, and then you have the ball, and you're gonna back, and then you see the ball bouncing. So you know what? You decided no, because I'm gonna make it. So you decided to play. So the play or the how you say the strategy change.
Yes, indeed. And talking about the goal line changing, Torito Ruiz. Here we see him again. A lot of space here. Far too much space. Rufino Benzadon, not much he can do. And he just hammers that one to the near post. Just puts it on the inside there. Cracking goal by Kaia Polo. And, well, if you're scoring, 14 goals minus the 4 that they were given, 9 goals on the day, that is not a bad statistic here for your offensive attack.
No, and Torito came out to the field playing relaxed, no pressure. The game was already decided, like you and I would say a little bit before. He came to the field, no pressure. He's a substitute.
Started playing his thing.
If he playing bad, nobody would say anything. He keep playing good for him. So for him, just came loose.
Yeah.
And just relax, and everything goes his way. He's been scoring good goals, and he's playing very well. The horse is doing very well also for him. That the Tocalino was giving him.
Well, it looks a little bit like Kaia have taken the foot off the accelerator here, because we touched on that as well earlier. Of course, preserving the quality of the ponies going forward. So they've taken it down a gear or two, and even going not full throttle, and they're making it very difficult here for Casablanca to try and score. Eventually, it's a goal, and believe it or not, the first goal here by Rufino Benzadon in the 6th and final Chukker.
And like I say, Casablanca have to work harder to score the goal than Kaia. And if you realize, every single goal of Kaia was a little more
easy.
Yeah. Casablanca have been working very hard to score the goal, because they've been have bad luck. They've been missing shots they usually don't miss to the goal.
Yeah, but you've also got to give it up to Kaia. Kaia have been doing a very good job in their defense, making it very, very hard to try and penetrate that last line of defense. Here we go then, Sapo Cassette. They want to finish on a high, and that's the way to get it done. So Sapo picking up his second here in Chukker number 6. So, well,
you go by now, if you see they tied the open. If you take the 4 goals the Kaia received for the handicap, they tie the open. Casablanca has been playing well. They started kind of not the way they finished the game. They finished a lot stronger than the beginning.
Yeah, but I'm sure this game would have been a wake-up call for them, because obviously psychology and the mental strength plays a big role. And coming off such a big win as they did on Sunday, let's not be too hard on them. I think they are still a force to be reckoned with, still very much a contender as the clock ticks down to the last few seconds. Kaia have done like the Romans. They came, they saw, they conquered, and Rufino Benzadon will pick up his second goal here in Chukker number 6 to at least get Casablanca into double figures. You can see it again here, nicely done. But the clock, of course, has no mercy as they shake hands.
That's the Casablanca we were watching in the last tournament.
Yeah.
They've been controlled, the last Chukker, they've been controlled. Didn't make it. They lost by 3 goals. They received 4. They received 4 for handicap. So you go by open, they won the game. But this is handicap tournament. And you can see shoot to the goal, 16-19. Wow.
Yeah. Well, they
like I would say, how many goals Casablanca missed?
Yeah, but look at the throw-ins, 12 to 8 on the throw-ins. Fouls committed, and maybe they need to clean that up a little bit. But overall, a very, very exciting game. Congratulations to Kaia. Well done, Larry, Lorene, Mariana. Of course, we hope to see Santi Tocalino back in the saddle ASAP. Thank you for coming in, Juan Bellini. Any final words from you?
I was happy to share this moment with you, and we watch